And a very interesting year, Deputy Speaker, and as we approach Christmas, I'd like to reflect on some of the significant moments in my electorate that have made my job as the local member both enjoyable and very, very rewarding and challenging, I might say. I want to start by acknowledging the incredibly talented local primary school students who took part in my 2018 Christmas card cover competition. The entries were very colourful and impressive, and Deputy Speaker, I couldn't decide on one winner, so I chose two winners. So I'd like to congratulate Aaron Alessio from the Jacana School for Autism and Sarah Al Hassan from Greenvale Primary School, whose creative pieces both made it on the cover of my 2018 Christmas cards. I want to thank the principals and staff of the primary schools for supporting and encouraging their students in the creative arts. I also want to thank my local schools, all my local schools who are terrific in their commitment and dedication to the job that they bring as educators to our local students. Our Catholic schools in particular, especially Good Samaritan, the Holy Child and St Dominic's, have done a tremendous job in assisting with a very large influx of refugees from Iraq and Syria, and they go beyond the call of duty to help the children and their families, and I thank them most sincerely for that. In 2018, I also hosted a number of roundtables on important issues that affect my constituents, services and businesses. In July, I hosted a settlement roundtable with Tony Burke, the Shadow Minister for Citizenship and Multicultural Affairs, and with Nick Tebby, the CEO of Settlement Council Australia. Providing effective employment services for migrants and refugees is a pressing issue, Deputy Speaker, in my electorate, and I look forward to continuing to work with my constituents to ensure that government is fully aware of these issues, and I want to thank the Shadow Minister for his commitment and his understanding. I also hosted a trade subcommittee roundtable on small to medium-sized businesses, which saw the trade subcommittee travel to Calwell and receive submissions from our local SMEs in regard to the inquiry around the benefits of free trade agreements and SMEs. The success and provision of opportunities for SMEs locally is very important to our community, Deputy Speaker, and local job prospects. And I'm very happy to report that our local businesses are very attuned to the desire to expand their own businesses and to also provide job opportunities for our local people. 2018 saw the return, Deputy Speaker, of the Arthur Calwell Memorial Lecture, with Victorian Trades Hall Council Secretary Luke Hilakari delivering the keynote address. The event was held at our local Kangan TAFE, and in the audience that night was Mrs Isabella Saxelby. Isabel was 6 years old when she arrived in Australia in 1949. As Britain's 100,000th migrant to this country, she was given a toy koala by the then Immigration Minister Arthur Calwell. That koala, Deputy Speaker, now sits proudly in the Museum of Australian Democracy. Sadly, Isabel passed away quite suddenly last month, and I'd like to offer my condolences to her family, especially her husband Frank. Isabel's story is an important footnote in our country's long and continuing story of migration. It was an honour to have met her as the federal member for Calwell, and I will remember her fondly as she and I shared a common journey. Deputy Speaker, I want to acknowledge a wonderful woman and diligent member of my staff, a woman who assists my constituents with patience and empathy, and a woman that I'm so proud to call my friend. Helen Patsika Theodorou has been a long-time member of my staff. This year she lost her husband John, and she has managed to continue to give to our electorate. Last month, Helen was the 2018 recipient of the prestigious Robert Coomer Community Award for her outstanding contribution to the Hume community. This award, established by Banksia Gardens in 2015, was named after its inaugural recipient, Robert Coomer, the former Deputy Chief Magistrate and Regional Coordinating Magistrate for Broadmeadows, who subsequently presented the award to Helen on that night. Helen has served her community as Hume Mayor and as a community leader for decades, making this award very much deserved. Her passion for women's health, support for older people, services for young people, education and multiculturalism are delivered with care, compassion and understanding, and I want to congratulate Helen on finally being recognised for her years of contribution to Hume and to the wider Calwell family. And in finishing, Deputy Speaker, I want to begin by thanking the outgoing communities and suburbs of Sydenham, Taylors Lakes, the suburbs of Keilor and Calder Park, because as a result of the redistribution, our boundaries have changed in the Federal Seat of Calwell. And I'd like to welcome back Craigieburn, Mount Ridley, Mickleham, Oaklands Junction, Kalkallo, Wildwood and Yuroke. I look forward to continuing to work with you into 2019.